6. Today's topic is on consistency. This video series of Being in Sync 366 is intended to provide some solid foundation where you can take actionable items to be in sync. And the topic today is consistency and the difference between a bad habit, good habit is the direction that you're going, okay? All habits have consistency associated with them. That's what makes them a habit is that there's consistent. The thing that will help you distinguish the direction you are going is your commitment, and that is what creates consistency. Now, a lot of people that have a lot of bad habits aren't even aware of how committed they are to those bad habits. And they're just more committed to those old ways of doing things that take you in a bad habit is usually something, well, obviously, good and bad is a judgment, right? But when you term something a bad habit, it's because it's taking you further away from the direction that will bring you into alignment. When you have a good habit, you have consistency and you have commitment. And I think that's really what's important for people to understand about consistency is that usually when there's a lot of inconsistency, like a lot of things that I hear from my clients are, I don't plan my food enough, or I'm just not consistent on my exercises. The same things that everybody else says. The distinction is the level of commitment that you have to doing something. Like today, I have been, I have ridden my bike, went in the cold plunge, did the sauna, gotten ready, hurry up to get to eat. And I really wasn't sure that I was going to make this video today, but I made a commitment. I made a commitment to myself that these videos are important to share with people that one, it makes me accountable to share more data about what it requires to be in sync because you can't be in sync without having consistency, discipline, a practice. Everything about being congruent and aligned requires many different consistent practices for those things to take place, for that feeling of alignment to take place. Even those people that my clients that do the peace program, you know, the peace program works. You will attain and experience peace. For most people, it's the most peace they've ever experienced in their life. Maintaining that peace requires practices. You can do it, but it requires um, instilling some discipline into your day. You don't just get to be haphazard about your congruency. There are a lot of forces at play that distract people from being consistent. So you have to find a way to commit to yourself before anything else. So that's what consistency requires is that you have a commitment behind it and you are totally committed. And that's if you go back to my first one of my first videos in this last week was about decision making. And I cannot tell you the lack of decision making that is at play for most people is what's causing them the difficulty. They just haven't made a decision and they haven't committed to the decision and therefore they don't have the consistency and it's a spiral. So you can have everything you want, but you just need to make a commitment to being consistent. So what's the practice that you're looking to establish? For me, like even exercise, I never dread exercise because I really like how my body feels after. It's not always during that I'm enjoying the discomfort or the the soreness, all of that comes along with exercising and pushing yourself. That's I could do that, but I really like the results. And so if you like having results, you must have consistent practices in place. I just want to take a moment to think. My best advice for being consistent is small steps. Don't try to do something every single day like I'm doing. I, I'm not recommending doing what I do. Don't don't make a plan for yourself to do something every single day when you haven't done it every single day for years and years and years, or maybe ever in your life. It's good to have a goal, but maybe do it every day for 30 days, and then you give yourself a taper off. You got to be clear about what it is that you're deciding to do and to be consistent at. And the biggest question is that consistency bringing you in the direction of your values and your goals? And if the answer is no, I consistently drink alcohol and that does not align me to my values and goals, well, then you got to stop drinking, right? Because you want to have forward momentum. If um, if you're riding the bike and you are hurt, you don't want to consistently ride the bike. I mean, the body does need to rest and repair. So, be smart about what you are doing with consistency. Mental rigidity and resistance of making yourself be in pain to be consistent at something is not the goal. The goal is to create practices that serve and align with creating that inner alignment and congruency. And to make sure that everything is aligned, all you have to do is check back with your values and see what are you being consistent with that is or is not in alignment with your values. So that'll tell you if your values need to be reevaluated or if your behavior. So I am Kiana Sage and I lead people to peace. Cheers. Have a great day.